Hey guys, Lacey Lee Elliott here. First of all, I want to say thank you so much to those of you that have been following me already on YouTube and all of my social media channels. I know there's not a lot of you, but I really appreciate it. And to those of you that are just watching me the first time, I want to say thank you so much and welcome. I'm making some changes to this YouTube channel, new title, which I'll tell you about a little bit more later. However, the reason for the changes is my old YouTube channel was honestly crappy. There was no theme, it was inconsistent, and I just wasn't connecting with those of you that were here in the community, having the conversations that I really wanted to have. And what I've realized over the last 5-8 years or so of doing some of these YouTube things and connecting with people is there are a lot of people out there that are just like me. And by that, I mean close to 40 years old. I have some pretty decent health, some great friends and family, and an awesome job. I'm actually an automotive journalist, so I get paid to test drive cars. The reality is I have nothing to complain about. I really have no problems in my life, but I just feel like something's missing. I feel like there could be more. I see people that are ecstatically happy and I think, why can't that be me? So about maybe 8 years ago, I started reading books, and I read a shit ton of books to try to figure out how I could be happier or better. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, How to Win Friends and Influence People, Think and Grow Rich, Eat, Pray, Love, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, Wild, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and The 4-Hour Work Week. Now, if you're still watching this, then I know for sure you are definitely like me and have probably read all, if not more, of those books. I think a big piece of this for me, and that I know a lot of people will identify with, is I'm a Generation Xer. Generation X. And what that means is there was a huge expectation for me that I go to school, get a job, fall in love, get married, have kids, retire, and hopefully at that point live happily ever after with enough money in my retirement savings plan and enough health to finally be able to live the life that I always wanted to live. But here I am, like I said, almost 40, I'm not married, and I have no kids. And that was a big thing that was just constantly pushing at me. All my friends were doing it, everybody on TV was doing it. I was being pushed in a direction that I really just didn't think that I wanted to go. Anyway, the books didn't make a difference. So I spent a lot of time and a lot of money going to seminars and taking classes. I thought if the books and reading and doing it myself wasn't working, maybe that was the next solution. I saw Tony Robbins speak. I spent a lot of money on the Rich Dad, Poor Dad real estate investing courses. Some of my favorites to this day were the Peak Potentials, Secrets of a Millionaire Mind, and their camps such as Warrior Camp and Wizard Camp. I did the Landmark Forum and the Advanced Landmark Forum. Still nothing. So then I discovered in the last few years podcasts, and I thought this would be fantastic because podcasts I can listen to 24/7 while I'm driving, while I'm cooking, while I'm at the gym, while I'm sleeping. Maybe subconsciously some of the information would absorb into my brain and I'd wake up this changed person. This is where I found the RV entrepreneur, Tim Ferriss from the 4-Hour Work Week, Gary Vaynerchuk, Danielle Laporte. And I just, like I said, I fully immersed myself 24/7 into what these people were saying, but still nothing. I was still searching for something to be different. And I do know that maybe because I wasn't miserable, there wasn't a big problem, I didn't feel a huge push to make a big change. I mean, I was happy, I was content. What did I need to change? Unfortunately, about a year ago, last fall, I got pushed in a direction that I didn't want to go and I had no choice. I ended up in the emergency room on a Friday night with a blood clot. Now again, those of you that I know who are very much like me, I didn't know what that meant. I really had no idea. And it didn't hit me until the emergency doctor said how lucky I was that I came in and caught it because I could have died. I had no idea. Talking to the doctors at the hospital, my family doctors, a hematologist, a naturopath, the people at the anticoagulation clinic, No one could tell me what happened or what caused this blood clot. It just happens. But I'd spent a lot of time at the anticoagulation clinic, getting the warfarin, which is a blood thinner, managed, and talking to a lot of older people, thinking and talking about their lives, the regrets they had. And this really kind of got me down this path a little deeper before about I need to do something different. I didn't want to be 80 years old and have regrets. Unfortunately, I got pushed again. Not even a month later, I returned to the emergency room and found out that I had a tumor in my brain. This had taken probably 5 years to figure out and for someone to give me some answers on some other small problems, or so I thought they were small problems. I was terrified. I honestly can't think of anything more scary than having a doctor tell you you have a brain tumor. Unfortunately, all of the specialists, my neurosurgeon, neurologist, family doctor, naturopath, hematologist, you name it, said that the blood clot and me being on blood thinners was actually more of a concern than the slow growing tumor that was in my head. It's about 3.5 centimeters in diameter, and the neurosurgeon said they didn't want to risk cutting me open, removing the tumor, and having me bleed out and die on the table. There was nothing that I thought would be scarier than this. It was Christmas time, and I really felt like I was gonna explode. I was surrounded by people that were Christmas shopping and trying to be in the Christmas spirit, getting mad at the barista at Starbucks for fucking up their order. And all I could think was, you guys, I have a blood clot and a tumor in my head the size of a golf ball, and you guys are bitching about coffee and Christmas presents. It was really hard. I started to shut down and close off a lot of my friends and my family. I really just wanted to hang out at home with my dog and be antisocial. This was a time I started doing a lot more journaling, and again, going back over some of these books and listening more to these podcasts and realizing that there was something more, something different that I knew that I could be doing, because if I ended up with cancer or something went wrong and I died, I didn't want to be 40 and this be my life. I had watched Keep Your Daydream on YouTube previously, but something really stood out for me. They're a family living full time in an RV, and they kept talking about what's stopping you from doing something now. I have a good job. I get paid to test drive vehicles. I love traveling. I've been pretty nomadic my whole life and seen some places that a lot of people have only dreamt of. And honestly, Jasper is my baby. That's my dog, and that's my family. So I knew there was some way that I could incorporate all these things that I love and be a lot happier. So before my surgery, I started investigating purchasing a trailer, an RV, a fifth wheel, whatever. Coming out of my surgery, not even 3 weeks later, 4 weeks later, I purchased my first RV, and my intention is to move into it pretty much full time. As an automotive journalist, I have access to all different types of vehicles, and over the last 10 years or so, I get a new vehicle every single week. Now, I've driven a lot of trucks, but whenever I get behind the wheel of some of these trucks and I know what type engine they have, their torque, their horsepower, and their towing capabilities, I've never actually had a chance to tow something. I did get an opportunity to tow a boat about a year ago with a Nissan event, and that kind of sparked my interest, because most of you, if you have towed a trailer or a boat behind you, you realize that the vehicle responds completely different. Now, I know a lot of people are like, oh great, yay, you purchased an RV. But here's the catch. I have actually never spent a night, not even a single night, in an RV, a camper of any kind. Everything that I have learned, everything I know, all the dreams I have about being an RV have come from people on YouTube like Less Junk, More Journey, and Keep Your Daydream. This is gonna be interesting. Now, I know there's going to be people out there that are going to write comments and be negative ninnies. I've already been told that. In fact, the day I was coming home from the hospital, I had a guy tell me I was a fucking idiot. I had someone else tell me that I have no common sense. The thing is, what I know hands down without a doubt, and what this YouTube channel is going to be about, that it doesn't matter what direction you take. It doesn't matter. I know without a doubt that you can figure out in your life how to be happy. You can make a change in your job, start an MLM, go traveling, do something. But the trick is, you have to take the first step. What I have realized over the last 10 years of reading and listening and going to seminars and listening to some more and talking to people is that that's what I do. And I know if you've made it this far in this video and you're still watching, I guarantee you've done it too. You think and you plan and you ponder and you ask people for their opinions and their ideas. And then when people tell you you're a fucking idiot or you're gonna mess up or this is a stupid idea, we don't do it. I say, fuck them. Honestly, fuck them. This is your life. This is my life. And I've spent a long time trying to figure out what would make me happy. Not what would make my family happy, my friends happy. Not what does society or my religion want me to do. What do I want to do? I love connecting with new people. I love traveling and trying new food, having new experiences. I'm a crazy dog lady. I love my dog. And you know what? I love road trips. I love cars. I love automotive. So buying this trailer, being able to travel with Jasper and do new things, that's what this YouTube channel is going to be about. That's what I want to share with you guys, the struggles. And I have a feeling there are going to be a lot of struggles. Like I said, I've never bought a trailer before. I've never been in one before. I'm going to make a lot of mistakes and I'm going to record a lot of it. I cry a lot. I have a feeling that you'll be seeing me in tears. I'm going to screw up. But what I also know is that that's how I learn. That's how you learn. And from the mistakes, I'm going to learn how to do things better. The All Points Initiative is about not figuring out what direction necessarily you need to go, but just finding the initiative and taking that first step, just taking action. So please make sure you comment below, like this video, dislike this video, follow me on social media. I will be, like I said, committing to more regular videos, a more consistent theme, and hopefully inspiring you guys, sharing some stories, and giving you a little bit of motivation to just get out. And it doesn't matter where or what you do, but just get out, get up, and take that first step.